the black screen. But we're gonna talk about it. So it's just interesting to me and also funny. A lot of people are finally starting to catch on that Cardi B is not the brightest cookie in the jar. She's not that great. Um, and the whole conversation of men healing women, I think it's pretty disgusting that we are running with the idea of misogyny so much that we think that, and let me not say we. There are people that think that Stefan Diggs is healing Cardi B, which is not true. And it's so funny how like women will straight up agree with other women on how terrible Cardi B is and what she's doing and how she's not benefiting herself. But then at the same time, they'll defend Cardi B. It's weird. And I think that's because of religion and misogyny and how they come together. But it's not for me, and it doesn't have to be for you. Once again, my name is Nia. This is NiaTalk, Talk with Nia. This channel is just to talk about the buffoonery that we see that nobody wants to talk about and make you scared to talk about it and put consequences on you, punishment, exclude you from groups, or tell you that you can't do something, you're not gonna, have this job or have this or that. That's what this channel is for. This channel is for you to be able to see the truth without being penalized, and that's why it's called Nia Talk. Um, Misogyny runs the world. It's unfortunate, but it's true. And it does. And I feel like it's really good to see in the comments that a lot of people are like saying now that Cardi B fumbled and everything. Man can't even heal themselves. Exactly. Hey China, I hope you're doing well. I just decided to get on here really quick. It sucks that I, don't have the setup that I want to make my videos. I really want to set up and have everything all good with my lighting, which I still have my lights, I still have my camera and stuff. But it's okay. It is what it is, and I'm still gonna make content. So I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you coming through. Love Tennessee, by the way. Your town is amazing. Had a good time, no complaints. Back to what I was saying though. So with Cardi B, that being said, I feel like it's interesting seeing everyone starting to realize that this is ridiculous. Even with the whole news about Offset coming out and having all this debt. First of all, everyone has debt. But then secondly, it's just interesting because didn't she give him like $500,000 for his birthday? He could have used that money to pay off whatever debt he had, but instead he would use it to pay for, all these like materials. And Cardi B is very materialistic. She's a liar. She likes to see women get beat up. She's violent. She's nasty. She's a nasty, nasty woman. And I can't stand when people say she got all this money. She can have how many kids she want to have. It doesn't matter. First of all, discipline. I love people with some discipline. If you have a bunch of money, allegedly, right, and you decide not to have children because you don't have the partner that you want, or you don't have the situation that you want, or you just want to live your life, completely understand. And I love people with discipline. What I don't like is that people think that money makes children. Like, are you stupid? Like, are you dumb? We have Trump as president. He allegedly came from money, and look at how he is, and look at what he looked like, and look at who he is. So please don't say no. Money don't do nothing. It really does nothing. And maybe buy some Pampers, but it does nothing. So that one thing, throw that in the trash. So that's one, boom, in the trash. What's the second thing? Everybody talking about how he healed her. He didn't heal nothing. He out here getting everybody pregnant under the sun, and he's DL. Please, Stefan Diggs is DL. I don't care what nobody says. That man is good, and it's okay. He for the girls, but I'm just saying he don't want to. He don't want to say it because of his career. Because of his career, he'd rather be with someone who hates women because he hates women, right? And that's just how he gonna roll. And then Cardi B want to talk about prep. Like, is she wildin'? Like, and first of all, there's nothing wrong with saying prep. I am saying for Cardi B to say that out of her mouth, I'm like, you out of all people, child, if you don't go take your prep and be quiet and sit in your corner, Cardi. Um, I don't think Cardi B is an African woman. I don't find her to be African American either. I think that she's Dominican and she's very racist. She's racist, she's colorist, she's evil, she's nasty. Cardi B is like the bottom of my shoe. Not even gum on my shoe. She is the bottom of my shoe in New York City on a rainy day with slush. Okay? You know, when it snows, you got the slush. Yeah, dirt. Dirty. She dirty. I don't like Cardi B. Um, I will stand and say that I think that Nicki Minaj is way more talented. I think that they both have their issues, but at the end of the day, I've always loved Nicki's lyrics. Nicki seems to be going through some stuff, but what I will say is that I just don't like racist people. Yeah, maybe I'll put it in the chat, but I haven't heard nothing racist come out of Nicki's mouth. And I see Nicki as a black woman. I don't see, even with Nicki having probably lighter skin than Cardi B, I see Nicki Minaj as a black woman because how she carries herself. I never seen Cardi B as a black woman, and she made fun of black women's private parts. She sent people to go beat up some strippers, and I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Over a man, over a man that cheated on you. You sent, yes, hey, Sag. Um, I love Nicki. I mean, it's a little toxic, but if I'm gonna pick somebody, I'm sorry, I'm not picking Cardi. I'm really not. Like, you sent a whole bunch of people to go beat up some strippers. One, you was a stripper at one point, so why do you not understand the game? I don't understand why you would go send a whole bunch of people to go beat up some strippers when you was that same girl. But no, because they were black strippers. They were black. They were dark skinned, beautiful, delicious strippers that Offset was sleeping with. And that's what got you mad. Because when it was the Latin strippers and the light skinned strippers and all the strippers that look exactly like you, there was no issue. But when it was the black strippers, Cardi B sent a whole bunch of people to go beat them up. She hates dark skinned women. I know it's in the Latin community. I have Latin friends and they talk to me about it. It doesn't make it right. Like I said, I have Latin friends, so I don't dislike Latin people, but I'm not gonna sit here and ignore what's going on in the Latin community, especially in New York. What? The Bronx? Child. Like it's the weird dynamic of somebody wanting to be you as a black woman, but then doesn't like you as a black woman. It's the dynamic of Latinas liking black men, wanting to literally lick their feet and they backdoor, let's say that, but then they don't like the people who birthed out these men. They don't like black women. They don't like the blueprint. They just don't like it. That's like, what's her name? Huda, whatever her name is from Love Island. Yeah, she's also fat phobic. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Cardi B is very fat phobic and she also has body dysmorphia in my opinion. I can't stand her sitting around here saying, "Oh well, I got all the cement taken out of my butt. I'm okay now." Girl, I don't know what you put back into your body, but it is not. She's sitting up here acting like she a Kardashian. You can't fool nobody. Khloe Kardashian can't fool nobody. We know that's not your real butt, Cardi B. Why she walking around here, hips looking like a whole croissant? You look like a croissant. And you got the nerve to say, and mind you, after this baby, she gives birth to a baby. Hopefully she gives birth and, everything goes smoothly. But after that, we all know she gonna go right back under the knife. We all know she gonna go right back on that surgical table in the DR or Columbia and get what she needs to get done. Or even LA, Atlanta, whatever you want to call it. Cardi B was a stripper. I'm not saying all strippers are like this, but she still has that mentality of being attached to men and feeling like the only way she could win is if she can take over men. Yes, her hips she looked like a whole croissant. You know the croissant I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. That shape. She looked like a whole croissant. I'm like, girl. And I feel like having huge hips don't make you a beautiful woman. It doesn't. You owning what you were born with and loving it makes you a beautiful woman. Um, I just think that she wants to look like someone that is a adult film star, when in reality, adult film stars don't even move like that. But it's just like she's evil. She's an evil person. But I do like what I'm trying to say is I like what I'm seeing in the comments lately, actually, where people are saying that this is terrible. This is not cute. This is not funny. These are the same people, Cardi B and Offset, who had a whole McDonald's commercial. They had a whole McDonald's commercial talking about love, and look at this. This is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. No amount of money is gonna make me feel like I need to put a whole bunch of cement in my butt for any man. I don't. Nobody needs to. And I don't think a butt makes you a woman. I want to make a conversation about that too one day on my channel because I'm getting tired of it. Like, I love my shape, but it's like, that's not what makes me a woman. What makes me a woman is me. What makes you a woman is you being you. Like, your femininity is yours, not a sexual object, not something to just be toyed with and used. Like, That's what Stephon Diggs does, and it's not cute. It's a part of the NFL culture. It's a part of the racist culture in the NFL. Um, I think the amount of STDs going around in the NFL is insane. I think that we all know this. Tasha K knows. We all know this. Like it's nothing new, but it is sad and it's disgusting. And I think once again, Cardi B to be talking about prep because you're dealing with a man who is DL and you're dealing with a man who is sleeping around with people and flies to places. For me, sleeping around with who you want, but it's more so like he's getting people pregnant. He's legit getting people pregnant, kids. This I'm like, this is wild. Like Nick Cannon's a terrible person as well. It's always the same person though. It's always the same exact person. The colorist black man who was going around getting all these Latin women pregnant, getting women who are racially ambiguous pregnant, and blaming black women for everything. Say that we like are the worst and we did the most. It's so stereotypical, and I'm glad that we're seeing through it. I'm glad that we're seeing through it. And another thing too, I want to say that was in the comments that I love to see. Somebody said, please tag me at me. Find where Stephon Diggs said Cardi B is his girlfriend verbatim. Nobody could find nothing. Nobody, and Cam Newton is trash, ugly. They're all ugly too. That's the crazy part. I don't find Stephon Diggs attractive. I don't care. You could have a workout body. Doesn't mean your face is right. It does not mean your face is right. And I feel like people find Stephon Diggs attractive because they are attracted to disrespectful, I'm going to say it out loud, disrespectful niggas. You're attracted to men who disrespect women. Cardi B disrespects women. And men like that Cardi B disrespects women because they going to disrespect them. And then what makes Cardi B feel special is that, you know what? I could slap a girl and he's going to like it, but he not gonna slap me. But then it's gonna come to watch. It's gonna bite her in the butt, and he is gonna slap her one day. And we're gonna hear the whole story. We're gonna hear the whole album, and we're gonna do "Woe is me," especially because she's not a black woman. People are gonna feel bad. But that's what I'm not. I'm not standing for. I'm not. Black women deserve so much more respect for how much they deal with because of socioeconomic issues that they didn't even ask to be put into places. Being from the projects, being put into the projects, like all types of, having the fear just walking through the hallway. And I know Cardi B allegedly has come from places like that, but I just think she got lucky. She is not talented. She got lucky. Like she said, she would drug people, right? Take their money, right? Like this is why I don't like the empathy that people have and support for Cardi B because she's misogynistic and people that are religious. Like I said, if you're religious out there, don't think I'm talking strictly about you. But I'm saying really bad people who are religious, they look up to her. They're like, you know what? She puts a man first by putting something in her womb, which is honestly disgusting. Like, and then also I don't like that she tries to make fun of women who can't have children. That's disgusting. That's so disgusting to me. How you gonna sit there and make fun of women who don't have children and or can't have children just because you have all these doctors and stuff that can support you and help you hand and foot? Every single time you just want to get a surgery, get pregnant, get a surgery, get pregnant. But I'm gonna say one thing: the difference between her and Rihanna when it comes to pregnancy, when Rihanna gets pregnant, the world is literally cheering. The world is cheering. The sun is shining and rainbows. When Cardi B gets pregnant, it is like a storm. A storm has come through. It is scary. It's like a whole storm has come through. And we all just like, oh God, what is about to happen? We're terrified. Terrified. It's different energy. Different energy. I was so happy for Rihanna to have her girl. When I tell you, I was really, really, really happy that Rihanna is having a girl, like genuinely. But then it's like when Cardi B, thank you. Oh my gosh, I hope you're doing well. I hope I say your name right. And money, money on the beat. I hope you're doing well. Um, but yeah, I'm just saying, like the whole Smurfette, she was doing kids movies. Even when where Rihanna came out at the NFL, she was pregnant, and she was like, "Where have what?" When I tell you, we was all happy. We was all happy, like wild. Versus when Cardi B got pregnant. When I tell you, it was just like mayhem. Everybody was upset. Everybody felt, even her own fans, and that's the weird thing too with Cardi B. Her fans will tell her, "Hey, You're doing the wrong thing. We really love you and we want you to be okay. Even coming from a woman's perspective. But once again, she does not like women. Her fan are they're women. Her fan are religious women that love men and or they are people who want to be that stripper that made it out. Her fans are those two. That's it. And we also gonna talk about Meg Thee Stallion. A lot of people have been giving Meg Thee Stallion flack on TikTok, and I've been wanting to talk about it. Talking about, oh well, Meg Thee Stallion made "Lover Girl." We don't like that song because that's not a Lover Girl. Lover Girl, my who cares? You act like Meg Thee Stallion was gonna change. Because I swear, if Cardi B made that song, y'all would have been all for it. Y'all would have been all for it. But Cardi B can't make that song because she does not have a relationship to blackness. Meg makes music that is southern, old school, 90s, early 2000 remix, is giving southern love, is giving her mother, is giving old school, is giving she put her soul into it. I love Lover Girl. It is Meg. It is Meg's song. I don't think it's right that everybody want to sit around talking about, oh, well, why she got to be popping it and locking it and this and that. So this has been the same person that made Hot Girl Summer, made, this is ridiculous. This is the same person. I know Glow is so colorist. Glow pissed me off, and I really like Glow. But I will say one thing: I went to Memphis, and Memphis was not as cute as I thought it would be. I was pretty scared. I ain't never going to Memphis again. It's not what Glow made Memphis seem like. It's all right. It must be the suburbs of Memphis, but it is not downtown Memphis. Okay, that's not. Nashville was cute. Nashville was real cute. But when I went to Memphis, Tennessee, I wanted to hide. I got cursed out by all types of, let me say, homeless, but they was on some substances. It wasn't like New York. That's a lot to say because there's homeless people in New York, but they chill. They going about their day. They not gonna do nothing to you. But in Memphis, what? I ain't walking down the street ever again. I was like, what in the world is this? Yes, Memphis is not even. Yeah, thank you, thank you for telling me that. Nobody told me that when I went. Nobody told me that when I went. I'm not going again. I'm good. I'm gonna stay right up in my hotel room. No, thank you. I've been cussed out too. I love China. Shout out to China. She is an amazing subscriber, amazing listener. I would say friend at this point. I really wish I could meet you someday. You've always been here and been very respectful, always having a good interaction and making me smile whenever I come through here because life's been tough. I'll tell you that. But I'm working on getting my own spot, hopefully soon, saving up, and I will be back to having my face here on YouTube. Hopefully daily. I'm really hoping. But anyways, back to the conversation. Yeah, I don't like to have a disdain or hatred towards a person. Like it takes a lot out of your energy and your soul. Like the dislike that I have for Cardi B is so strong only because I can't stand to see people praise it. I don't like to see people praise people who put down black women. I just don't. I just don't. I find black women to be phenomenal. I find black men to be phenomenal. I find black people, queer, trans, everything, to be phenomenal, excellent, beautiful people. But I'm not going to put one gender on a pedestal just because somebody's telling me to. I'm not doing that. And I don't like the way Cardi B goes about it. I feel like at the end of the day, everyone is human. We all make mistakes. But I think it's confusing how everybody want to sit up here. And I've never been a man on a man's side, but why am I on Offset's side? I'm on nobody's side, but I'm on Offset's side as in this is stupid. I'm like, what y'all mean? Oh, Offset, he lost a good one. He did it. They're both terrible people. That's why they were together. Same thing with Stefan. They're both terrible people. And let's go back to Stefan not claiming her. I can't stand that y'all really, I don't like it too. It's a very religious thing. And once again, not trying to, be mean towards religious people, but there are religious people I've learned that want to sit up here and say, why you messing with a man that don't claim you? I'm not an object. You don't need to claim nothing. I'm going to go on a date. I'm going to figure out if this person is who I want to be with before I walk around saying this is my boyfriend. I don't understand the high school mentality where we're just like, don't sleep with someone who don't claim you, this and that. Who said I claimed him? What happened to independence? What happened to saying, yeah, that's just a one-nighter, no wifer? Like, what happened to that? Is it only for men? No, he never claimed her. If you even look on his Instagram, his Twitter, no pictures of Cardi B, no nothing. It's only pictures of himself. Honestly, I really think he claims probably one of his day one shorties, to be honest. I I'm not trying to be on a man's side, but what I want to say for this Cardi B situation is that Offset is winning. He is. And what I say is he's making Cardi B do irrational things. Having a baby by Stefon Diggs. Irrational. Irrational. It is. And Offset is the reason why Cardi B did it. Cause, Cardi B's trying to show, well, you know what, you cheating with all these strippers, this and that. Guess what? I got me a guy in the league. I'm gonna give me the money. When in reality, honestly, I think they both gonna plummet. Cause you don't know what's gonna happen to Stefon. And let me knock on wood. He could break a leg, break an ankle, and he's done. It's over. Like I feel like Cardi B, Offset, and Stefan and people like them, even Travis Hunter, don't understand how fragile life is. And they get put on a pedestal because of capitalism. People want to push and say, look at these black people doing all, look at them, they're buying this and they're buying that. Haha, you want to buy it too? You want to lose all your money just like them? You want to be stupid? Thank you. Uncle Sam is literally trying to take our money. And they use these people as puppets to do it and say, look, you can have sex with whoever you want. You can have a baby by whoever you want. You can do whatever. It's like the purge. Like they want to show black people that you can do terrible things if you just be racist, if you just fall to their knees, if you just fall to their way of capitalism extreme. I think Rihanna is amazing at fashion and she's giving. When Rihanna does anything, she literally could wear a paper bag and it's like, whoa, Rihanna just stepped out. All right. Everybody wear a paper bag. That's what's in. But when Cardi B wears something, don't nobody even remember it. I think Cardi B just needs to be herself and just go off the grid. Go to like Abu Dhabi and just live or something. Stop. Like she doesn't stop. I think Cardi B said, let me read your thing. I think Cardi B not being smart about her decision making is going to make people not like her. Apparently racism doesn't really work. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. I was about to say they don't even care that she's racist. It's just it seems like now everybody's just like, yeah, these decisions are really dumb. And I can't stand when people are just like trying to attack Offset and be like, yo, like Offset, he's losing, he's losing, he's losing. Losing what? He's always been like a loser one. But then two, it's like what did he lose? He don't gotta take care of them 3 kids. Trust me, he alright. He alright. He don't gotta take care of them 3 kids. He alright. He good. He Gucci. He be alright. Offset was already a terrible person to begin with. I think it's very strange when they try to make Cardi B seem like she's innocent. And I think that has to do with racism, colorism, the fact that she's not black. Um, I remember what Cardi B looked like when she first came out. And that picture sits in my head. The Cardi B now doesn't even look like her face anymore. But I remember exactly what she looked like when she first came out. That was not something that anybody wanted to touch. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not. I'm just trying to be honest. Um, but yeah, a conversation about women being women. Don't let anyone tell you that you're worthless just because a man doesn't claim you. Who cares? You went on a date. Who cares? You had sex with him. Who cares what you did? If you realize that that man is not for you, you do not need to push a relationship just because people want to see you say this is my boyfriend and bring him to Thanksgiving. You know the amount of women that got black and blue eyes and bruises on their arms just because women are out here saying, "Oh, you're worthless. That person doesn't even claim you." It's disgusting. I know how that feels. I know how that feels. I know how it feels to have somebody tell you you don't mean anything just because you don't have a man saying that you are my girlfriend. Da 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 da. I know how that feels. But I've had 1,000, 2,000, $3,000 dates and went on about my business. Loved them. Don't regret it. I don't. And you shouldn't either. Even if you had a $50 date, don't regret it. If you realize, oh, I'm not really feeling him, move on. Don't let nobody keep you with somebody you don't need to be with. And that's what Cardi B does. Women like her, like they do that. So somebody said that in the comments, and I was like, you gonna sit here and say that? Meanwhile, Stefan Diggs does not claim Cardi B. The fact that like this woman is crazy. She went on a whole interview and said, "That's my boyfriend," and he has never said that's my girlfriend. Like I think it's comical. Like I'm laughing at it. I'm like, this is hilarious. This is wild. And I think her fans are starting to see that. Like this is not good. This is embarrassing. Like how you come out here and say somebody is your boyfriend, but they can't even say that you're their girlfriend. And somebody said, oh, in a post she got her nails done and got his name or whatever put on her nails and this and that. And he said maybe under it, which this is alleged because I didn't see the post. He said, "Oh yeah, that's mine" or something, and I'm like, "Mine what? Like your cooter cat? Like he owns that? Like it's not a prize. That thing has been run up." Girl, I'm not, I'm sorry, but if I don't have a ring, I'm not letting you make me push out a whole bunch of kids. My body going to get all messed up, this and that. And when I say messed up, all I'm saying is childbirth does change our bodies, and it is a beautiful thing to be a mother. But you're not going to sit here and act like, oh, well, I wish I had that body. I wish I didn't have the body before having a child. If I have a kid, I would be saying that too. Like, I'm pretty sure I would. But it just takes a lot more work every single time you have a kid to bounce back. Cardi B bounces back in a dysmorphic way because she gets surgeries. You could see it like in all these pictures where it's like it looks like she has abs that are sketched on. It's because she's getting surgery. It's not real. I ain't never seen Cardi B work out a day in my life. Um, so yeah, when I see a Latin woman that comes into the black community and sees there's black men that, love slavery and they hate their skin and they're mad at their mothers, so they come into the community and say, "Well, I can make you hate everyone a lot more. I hate my people too. They don't like me, like I'm Hispanic and they don't like how I look. They don't think I'm pretty. So let's get together and let's just like, do something. Let's do some R play and let's be terrible people. Let me say the N-word to you." That's what's happening. That is what's happening. It's scary, it's gross, and I don't want that for my children. When I do have children, I'm going to teach them better and tell them, hey, this is the thing that's going on. Please, don't entertain that. Black women are amazing. Black women should be loved. Black women are the blueprint. That's my channel. That is my channel. That is what I talk about. I know what it feels like to go to school, literally, and have black boys tell you that, we don't date black girls, we don't like black girls. I went to school in Long Island. I know what that feels like, and it doesn't feel good. And I can tell you where all them boys is at now: broke, jail, baby mamas. The same black boys that I grew up with didn't go nowhere. They have nothing, nothing. But they just say that, yeah, I have a white child and I get taken care of by their parents. That's it. Just racism. So yeah, I know what it's like, but like I said, I don't like when someone is a part of a culture and sees that in black culture there's something that is wrong. And instead of saying I don't want to aid to that is terrible, is instead of that what they do is say, "You know what? I'm going to go into that culture because of racism. I want to be a part of it." Like that girl from what's that? Love Island. That girl. So there's Orlandia, and then I think it's this Huda Luda. I don't know, whatever. She's not cute. That girl's not cute at all. Orlandia's cute. Orlandia cute as hell. She is mad cute. Um, you know, I don't like the way she was did. I didn't watch the show, but I watched all the drama unfold. But let alone, I always tell people that show was racist to begin with. Love Island. Do you see a black girl out there with braids and an afro? Do you? You see black girls that have boob jobs, which is pretty, that's for the white people. They have boob jobs, and then also they have weaves on their head. It's not giving, oh, this is for black people. No, it's giving, if I had my palm, I would show you. It's giving black like this and not like this, if you know what I'm saying. That's the point of that show. It's still America. They don't want to see black people who like themselves because once we show them that, then they're not going to make money off of us. That's how slavery worked. We're still slaves. That's how I feel. Like we're still slaves. We really are. And I say this in a way of if we if we aid to what they want us to do, to, they talk about it in Brazil too, the whitewashing. Like, they didn't want black people to, you know, date black people or make children with other black people in Brazil. Slavery didn't end that long ago, so it's still a thing. And a lot of Brazilians actually talk about it. That's why I loved studying Brazilian culture and stuff like that. And I studied Latin American culture. Didn't say I love it, but I did, because I lived in Spain for a minute. So I just studied things that were related to Latin culture, even though that's more Hispanic. I just did a lot of study and research to understand racism and colorism within that culture, and it is pretty crappy what the Spaniards did. Like, I understand why Cardi B is the way she is, but she should be better. Like, you really just need to go to school, Cardi. Like, it's not that hard. Go to school. If you want to like black men, fine. If you don't feel like, your culture likes you, fine. It's not right, but there's a reason why they don't like you. And that reason why they don't like you is the reason why Cardi B doesn't like herself. Like, it's wild. Like, girl, you are so colorist. You are so racist. And I've always said that black men are allowed to be natural, but black women are not. And I'm not saying black women should not be natural. I'm natural. I'm beautiful. I don't care. But what I'm saying is in society, because of slavery and because of adult entertainment and how they want to intertwine slavery and our play, seeing a black man that has, nappy hair and muscles and dark skin is fetishized and is acceptable. But seeing a black woman with nappy hair and dark skin is seen as masculine, which is not masculine. It's just because people watch a lot of adult entertainment and sexualize and fetishize black men, they feel that we are masculine because we have similar traits to that, which is not masculine. It is beauty and femininity at its finest in black culture. It's just a lot of people are out here using their sock and opening up their laptop at night and doing the little R play, Shannon Sharp. That's it. Has nothing to do with us. We are very beautiful women. So that's why Cardi B just loves black men. It's a whole problem. But she doesn't feel like her culture likes her, and there's nothing we could do about that. But if she don't like herself, how her culture even supposed to like her? Like, let's put that out there. I still haven't gone to the DR. I just don't want to. I don't, like, if there's any country, I watched too many documentaries about the DR and Haiti, and it just don't feel right. It don't feel right for me to give my money to the DR when I really want to give my money to Haiti, knowing all the workers that come from Haiti and the people that the Haitians that are Dominican, and they have to go. They be sent right back to Haiti just because their skin is dark. Meanwhile, they speak Spanish. Don't even get me into that. But yeah, he ain't healing nobody. I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. I want to try and get back on live here. I want my face on. I want to be right for y'all, but I just really need to get my living situation correct, because living with family is a no-go. It's a no-go, no-go, no-go. Um, and I'm on a journey. Life is lifing. It can be hard, but I will always be here on YouTube, and I love your support. We will talk about tough topics. I'm not going to say sorry if I offended you, because I know I offended some people out there, but I just want to say this topic comes from a lot of history that I know, being a teacher and an educator, and just being firm on my beliefs of misogyny and capitalism and racism and how it runs America. But don't let that stop you from being the beautiful black person you are, and continue to shine through all of that. Love y'all, and have a good day. Happy Halloween.